Hey, what you doing? This is Rube Yokel. I'm up here at my shop Sunday afternoon, just chilling. Thought I'd come here and take some time to show you guys something I've been working on. You remember that old mower I towed in here about 2 weeks ago? Let's take a look back at that. Yeah, you know that old hunk of junk? Well, I got a surprise for you. You wait till you see what I've done to it. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Here we go. Here it is. The old lawnmower is now. Yeah. A big old dump cart. Let me show you its features. It's got big old mud tires, so it can go in the mud. It's got count 'em, 2 dump levers for easy dumping. This here also got a spring assist. Man, by itself, I can press it, whoop, and it just jumps up there. Look at that big spring assist. If and you got one of them really big dumps that you need to take, that's got a lot of rocks or logs or whatever else in there in your dump trailer, this here dump assist handle slides out, and you can use it as a great big lever. Grab it right there, hit your dump lever down there, and then whoop, push it up. It's got a 270-degree swinging tailgate. And if you don't like your tailgate, you can just take it off. No wimpy 35-degree dumping angle here. That there sucker, I bet's almost 70 degrees. Or maybe 65. Both these whole sides is even removable. So that you can put something in there that's big and flat. Look at there. 63-inch wheelbase. That's almost as big as a Denali. It can carry a whole mess of fat hillbillies. Alright then, let's go in the house and I'll show you how I made it. Now we're inside. Let's talk about now how we made this here tractor. Let's take a look at it on the computer over here. Now here we can see when I brought this tractor home. I got it for free. And you know, it had most of the parts, just missing the motor and the hood and a few other things like that. Totally disassembled it. I got it for $0. So we started for $0. And I was going to just take the wheels off of it and build my own frame and everything out of wood. But I started looking at the frame of that there John Deere, and I said, you know what? That'd make a good frame for my buggy. So that's what I decided to do. Started to use it. I said, you know, I can use the axles that was already in a transmission. So I took a transmission apart, got the axles out of it to use. And I said, you know what? That front axle right there, that looks like it'd make something good to make a dump out of. Maybe a dump bed. I'll have it right on these little axles right there. So I started laying all that out, seeing what, you know, I could do with it. And here you can see I've got the axles laid up there and the dump mechanism, and it was actually in its original place. I just flipped the frame over. We'll see later though that I couldn't use that. And the wheels started turning, and I said, well, let's just put a hitch on it. So I went down to Harbor Freight. It's where I spent my first money. It's $20 right here. $20 for that, and I had some scraps of metal laying around, and I just used them. Welded them on there, and welded it up to the frame that I already had. That was my cheap welder back here in the bay. You can't see it, but that's my welder from China. I only got $60 in my welder. And once I got the tongue on there, I needed to see if everything was going to clear okay. I was checking my clearances. Now, I learned something when I was welding. Now, I'm not the prettiest welder, but now, son, you give me a grinding disc or a sanding disc, and I can make about anything look pretty on them welds. This right here was neat. Now, there's only about 13, 14 inches of that axle there in that transmission. And I needed it quite bigger than that, so I decided to get me a piece of pipe right there that's got a 1-inch inner diameter. And it just so happened that the brake mechanism there lined up for me to cut a hole down here and just weld all that in one solid piece, all the way up and down through there. And here I started working on the mechanism to control the dump bed. This was originally the brake lever set up out of the original mower. So I took it out, and there's the tie rod end, and started piecing it together to make my dump mechanism. Here we can see that I took one of the forward reverse levers to make one of my releases for the dump bed. And I was washing it up, and you know, I thought that pipe was going to be strong enough to hold everything, but it wasn't. I put my fat butt on it and jumped up and down, and it started wiggling too much. So I went back in there and I put in this 1-inch piece of plate steel. It's probably 1 inch by about 1.5 inches, something like that. Welded that sucker up in there. I don't think I'm going to be bending that anytime soon unless I start eating some more donuts. Here I started priming it and putting everything together. Got to make my Kubota orange, you know, make it all pretty. For all you John Deere people out there, this is the only thing that I left to tell you. It used to be a John Deere tractor. I've been telling everybody the only thing that's good for a John Deere tractor is to be drugged from behind a Kubota. I started working on the wood platform and everything. I was going to build it 3 decking boards high, but decided that that was too big of a kittywampus mess. It was big. There we are, getting everything put together. That was the second coat of paint, I believe. I'm still working on the bed. I don't know how that got in there, but there's some kind of cute redhead I had hauled around in it. Then I fixed the big dump lever in case you need to take a big dump, you know. Use that, pull that handle out and fling it up there. And there it is, all pretty and washed and cleaned, and see the house in the background. All nice and pretty like. Alright now, let's count up the cost. I looked on the internet, and about the closest I think I could find was this here contraption by DR called their Versa trailer. It's only $1,200 on sale right now for $999.99. But let's see what we got in mind. We got a $20 hitch. I got about $30 in gate hinges, $20 in paint, $60 in hardware like them metal things to hold the 2x4s on, and some other little whatnots. We got $70 in wood from Wise Lumber. Thank you, Wise Lumber. You must be my sponsor today. And we got probably $10 in some welding rods, $10 in a box of screws. So we're looking at about $210, $220, somewhere in that neighborhood. I think I did pretty good, considering that mine is much better than this one. This one right here holds just a measly 1,000 pounds. Guarantee you mine could hold at least 1,100 pounds. This one's got a dump angle of 35 degrees. Mine can dump at almost 70 degrees. But you know, there's a lot of fun, but I don't know if I'd build another one if y'all decided you wanted one. Don't come looking at me. But anywho, glad to be here tonight. You guys have fun in your coronavirus quarantines. Get out when you can and have some fun. Do something new. See you guys later.